Hey guys, good morning. This is Alicia Avant, and I am here to present to you the free training for this month, how to turn your book or ebook into a training. And so you will want to click on the comment to show it on your screen. You'll want to, in the comments in this on this live, there is a instructions for StreamYard, so I can tell who you are when you comment. You'll need to follow those instructions, but you don't have to. But I just wanted to let you know that. Alrighty, so let's get started. Turning your book or ebook into a training. First, if you are new here, we do have some new members here in the group. I wanted to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me before we get started with the training. I am Alicia Avant. I'm a writer, a speaker, and a virtual assistant, and I have 15 years of experience working with Christian authors, speakers, and coaches like yourself. And I have helped so many of them to build their online presence from the ground up. I offer services in social media marketing, email marketing, content repurposing, and I would love to work with you if you are looking for a virtual assistant. So the very first thing we're going to talk about is the importance of turning your book or ebook into a training. And there are 5 reasons that I wanted to share with you today why this is a good idea to turn your book or ebook into a training. And the very first reason is enhanced engagement or enhancing your engagement. So you likely have readers who have read your book or your ebook, but turning that book or ebook into a training will allow those people to interact and participate in a deeper and better learning experience. It engages your audience on a deeper level than just reading a book. And people tend to remember and understand information better when they actively participate. And that is what a training would allow them to do. A second reason is that it allows the participants to apply their knowledge. Training provides a platform to help participants apply the principles and teachings from your book to their lives. And this is a practical way that can lead to real life transformation and actually help them to get more out of the information itself. And I'm so sorry, I just got a message and it distracted me. Sorry about that. So to get more out of the information itself. And then thirdly, it gives your book a broader reach. It gives your book a broader reach. While books themselves obviously have a wide reach, not everyone enjoys or has time to read. So training can reach a different audience segment or cater to those who prefer auditory or visual learning. So it expands the reach that you have with your particular target market. And that is so important. And, I want to give a little caveat here. If you have not turned your books into audiobooks, I highly recommend that. And that can be done so easily. So that can be a part of your training itself, is the ability to listen. And then number 4, it fosters a deeper connection with your readers. Training often involves, like I said before, that live interaction and discussion, and this personal touch can foster a deeper relationship between the trainer, whether you be an author, speaker, or coach, and the participants. And you can actually provide mentorship and guidance beyond what a book can offer. And you can do this one-on-one, you can do this one-to-many. There are so many options, and we will talk about that a little bit more in the training later. And then number 5, it creates a community and ongoing support. Training programs can foster a sense of community among participants who share interests and common beliefs. And this community can provide ongoing support and encouragement. And this will probably look different based upon what your topic is, because some topics are more sensitive and will not, people aren't as willing to talk about them as others. So that's going to depend upon the topic that you're talking about. But it is still a very good opportunity there for them if it is a subject area where people are likely to share. And then let's move on to the steps for structuring your training. The steps for structuring your training. So the very first step is that you would begin by creating a curriculum outline or a course outline. And I will share later with you how I did this, but one of the easiest ways to do this is by using the table of contents from your book. And it really helps to just get your juices flowing and your ideas going when you first look at that. Just go look through the table of contents and see how you can use that to create a outline for your curriculum. And then secondly, you want to decide if this training is going to be live or evergreen. And I misspelled evergreen. I'm so sorry. So live, let's talk about the difference between live and evergreen. So live means that you would have your course for a set number of weeks and you would do it live, such as on video like this in like a Zoom room or Facebook group. And you would be there live teaching them for a specific length of time. And then, they could be there live interacting with you, or they could watch a replay. Evergreen is when you pre-record training and they would do the training on their own time, and they could do it whenever they wish. And they would not have to be there live with you, or you would not have to host live trainings in order to sell the training. So those are the two options, live or evergreen. And you can turn a live course. Let's talk about a third option. You can do a live course for a set number of weeks and then turn that live course into an evergreen course. And so basically what you would do is you would have it live for the first set of students, but then after that, anyone could purchase that course and go through it on their own at their own pace later. So one would have probably a different price point as well. So, you want to think about that as well. And then thirdly, you want to incorporate some interactive elements, whether that be worksheets, discussion questions, checklists, spreadsheets, calculators, quizzes. Many times people will do a live event or live training, and they'll have Q&A at the end of that live training. And so that is an interactive element there. People oftentimes, even when they are doing more evergreen content or content that has gone at their own pace, they will have a section there that allows people to discuss. So maybe you will have a Facebook group and you can post in the Facebook group and people can discuss some of the things that were going on in the training. So there are many options for interactive elements. And so these are just some examples. And then fourthly, you want to choose a place to host your training on your website, on Zoom, on a training platform such as Podia or Member Vault. And this will all depend upon whether or not you're doing the training live or you're doing the training as evergreen, on what type of platform you are going to need. So I wanted to share that with you as well. And I will be showing you how I set up my course that I have, and I will show you the options as we go into the next couple of slides. So what I'm wanting to now share with you is I wrote this book, Faith Leaps, The Christian Mom's Guide to Starting a Virtual Assistant Business, back in 2013, so about 10 years ago. And it wasn't until 2015 that I realized that people wanted a course. I have been a virtual assistant since 2007, and around 2011, I started having what I considered interns, and I would work one-on-one with these interns to help them create their own virtual assistant business. And they, in exchange, would do work for me and my business, just for me personally, not for my clients. And so I had the experience of teaching someone how to start a business. And so what I did was I had written this book. And like I was telling you, you start kind of your outline with your table of contents. So this is my book and this is the table of contents. And what I did was is I literally took this table of contents and started, I did not make a module for my story, obviously, even though I tell my story in my course. I didn't make a module for my story, but I did make a module for each of these other items. And so I will be showing you sort of an outline that I had for my course. But this is a good example of what I did. And so let me go back into StreamYard here. And then what I want to do is, instead of sharing, oh, you know what? I was not even sharing my screen with y'all. I cannot believe I did that. That's really bad that I did not do that. I don't know why. Okay, well, what we're going to do is then, y'all, because I did not realize that I was not sharing my screen this entire time, is I'm going to start here where I am sharing my screen and show you again this table of contents. So let's just click back through too as well. And I will share this with you in the Facebook group, because these are the steps and everything. And I want to make sure you have seen that. I was just obviously not paying attention. Okay, so we just went through these steps, and one of them was the curriculum outline. And like I was sharing with you, I used my table of contents from my book in order to create this curriculum outline. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull over into this particular window. I am going to pull my outline from my book. So give me, I mean, not from my book, but from my course. So give me just a second to do that. So what I did, let me just be honest with you. I am not currently promoting my course. And so because I'm not currently promoting the course, I do not have it in a system such as Podia or MemberVault. I have been promoting my course since 2015. I just really honestly got tired of juggling both the course and doing those things, as well as my virtual assistant business. So what I did is I made it more evergreen. And now when someone purchases my course, they get this document that says start here, becoming a VA course content. And these are the modules. So like I said, if you remember, I told you that I was using the outline from my book. And so module 1 is tracking for the virtual assistant. Module 2 is goal setting and budgeting. Module 3 is finding your niche and determining your ideal client. And then websites and domains, marketing 101, customer service 101, and pricing 101, and then time management. And let me show you one more time what I did here with this. Let me move this over here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to move this here. Let's make sure y'all can see it. here you go. If you notice, these modules sound familiar because these are from my book. So I do not have an entire chapter on tracking, but I do talk about that in this chapter 2 on setting goals. And so as you can see, these are, we talked about budgeting, we talked about finding a niche, we talked about services, talked about customer service and time management, and those are the exact chapters from the book. And those are also the chapters that I had, or the modules that I had for my course. So I want to go back to the modules again and share my screen, because what I'm sharing is this is how easy it is to turn your book into a course. You literally take the information that you used in your book and you expand upon it. So it depending on how big your book is, obviously my book is very short, very thin. So what I did is I created a video for each of these chapters. And let me just show you here. I'm just going to copy and paste the video. And so what I did here is most of these are about 30 minutes. And this is week 1. This is the very first one. I have it over here on YouTube, and it is as a when you're publishing it to YouTube, what you want to make sure is that you make it where nobody can see it. So that is called, let's see if I go to upload a video. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I believe it is unpublished, or it's published, but it's unseen. I think it's unseen on YouTube. But basically let's see, this is a client of mine, unlisted. The name is unlisted. So you're not going to want it to be live on YouTube, but you are able to host it there and it'd be unseen. So basically what I did is back in 2020, I did this live, recorded it, and then I started using it and turning it into an evergreen course. And so I recorded them, and as you can see, this is the video. It also comes with a take action worksheet, and it comes with a crash course in Trello. And so that was kind of like a little bonus video. And again, that is simply a YouTube video that is unlisted. And that is another 14-minute long video that they can watch. And it is a crash course in Trello. And so this is how you create a course. Again, each module has a video associated with it and some sort of interactive add-on, a worksheet. This one has a budgeting spreadsheet that they can use, but each one has that, a video, a worksheet. As you can see, each module has that. And that is how you turn it into a course. Now, could you put it on something like Member Vault or Podia? Let me show you my Member Vault, because I do have, I think it's Christian Business Advantage member. Let me find my Member Vault. That's okay. So Member Vault is what I was using at one time for my course. This is the Member Vault platform. And as you can go over here to course, and as you can see, my course has 8 modules. And each time they logged in, they could go to each of the modules. And this is a great platform to host your courses and products on, because it gives them the ability to sign up. It gives them the ability to have a login code. And it protects your course and your content in there. Another option is Podia. I have a client that uses that has a membership that uses Podia. It's not just a standalone course, but she has an actual membership. And as you can see, she also has some products. So here's a course, How to Sell 1,000 Books in 3 Months. So as you can see, they can buy the course, and she has sessions for each of these. There is a video and a handout. So if you're not sure how to what we would include in a course, basically you're expanding upon the content that you have in your book or your ebook. So you're taking the time to walk them through step by step through whatever it is you're discussing in your book or your ebook. So for example, she has session 1 video. In this introductory video, you get an overview of pre-publication planning and post-publication marketing tactics. So as you can see, this is, again, a 8-module course. And so I hope this is helpful, because these are 3 ways that you could do it. 3 ways. Way 1, this is what I do now because I didn't want to continue to pay for the Member Vault service because I was no longer promoting my course actively. What I did was I put it in to, let me pull this over here and I'll show you if it'll let me pull it over. Here's what I did. I put it into a Google folder, and that Google folder is protected. And when someone purchases my course through my website, they get access to this folder. I go right here and go to share, copy link. I share access to this folder, and then it tells them start here. And then it has links to every one of these. These are linked to the actual worksheet, and they're linked to the actual video. And this has been the way that I found the most economical way to host a course without having a membership platform. Now, is it the most ideal way to do it? No. Is it the most economical way to do it? Yes. It's not as pretty. It's not as flashy. As you can see, this is, it's not pretty, but I can show you that if you go over to my website, Virtual Assistant Advantage, I do have a really nice landing page or sales page, if you will, if you go to course, and they can enroll in the course. And here it is. And I slashed the price for a little while. I was doing a promotion. But here you go. And it tells you what the modules are. It tells you what people have said. I have taught a ton of people how to become a virtual assistant with this course. So I just, those are some ways, some ideas, some just kind of, this is how I did it. This is exactly how I did the course. I started selling it in 2015. I just recently in this year, like in July, stopped promoting it actively to focus on my business of being a virtual assistant to Christian authors, speakers, and coaches, and growing a team of VAs. But up until that point, I had been promoting this course. I had written the book in 2013. I started the course in 2015 and have actively, and did a live course in 2020, and then began to sell it again as Evergreen. I have done both live and Evergreen, and I've swapped between the two. When you really wanted to amp it up and revise the course, because obviously something like a business needed to be revised and updated. Sometimes you might have something that, if you're teaching them how to do something that doesn't change, then it would be fine. Like if you did a Bible study or something like that, the Bible doesn't change, you could keep it evergreen. But that is just an example. I only can give you an example of what I personally have done. And for me, this was this course. Now, I've done lots of other little workshops and things like that, but turning the book into a course, this is exactly how I did it. And so, do you have questions? If you have questions, you can type them in here, or I'm so sorry about my dog. He's just having fits over here. Or you can type in questions later, and I will try to get back on and answer them in the comments. But this is exactly how I did it, and I hope that this training has been helpful to you. I am so sorry about the slides not being live earlier. I will link to them in the comments that you can come back and look through the slides if you would like. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.